this week.
Welcome to Trading Lounge in the US stocks for the 9th of June. It's Tuesday, so we'll be covering Apple, Facebook and Amazon. So they're all in bullish trends. They've all got further to move to the upside. I understand that the impulse wave that we're counting to the upside here can be counted differently. So if people have got different counts, that's okay as well. As the structure matures, then things become obvious, and this is why we'll keep adjusting things along the way. But the main point is that the trades that we take are within a structure that we understand, so we know where the entry and the stop is, where the target is, how to trail our stop, and so forth. With Apple, let's move in. So we have our low of wave 4 here, and we're looking for a move to the upside in terms of 1 and 2 here, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 up here for the third wave here, and then we'll head back for the fourth wave, and then we'll see another move to the upside. Let's go in and have a look at this on the 4-hour chart. And 2 and 3 and 4. So on the 4-hour chart here, we've got 1 and 2 here, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we're moving up for wave 5 here. Last time we spoke, obviously I think I can see that we were looking at a situation where we had support here, so we were looking to go long here in this case. This is, we'll have a look at that trading. It should be on the 1-hour chart, but the thing here is that in terms of the trading levels, so we've got major levels, which is 100. Well, it's just basically the levels are the Fibonacci numbers 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8. And then we go back to the beginning again, the power of 10. So we would go 10, 20, 30, 50, 80, 100, 200, 300, so on. So 200, 300, 500 will be the next one. So the medium levels, which are halfway between two major levels, so the 250 here, there'll be, the next one will be at the 400 area through here, and between say 300 and 400 we've got the minor trading levels. So we've got the major, the medium, the minor, and then we can go down to sub level and micro level as well. So the situation here is between 300 and 400 we've got the same numbers again. We've got 1, 2 and 3, 5, and we can put here for 8. Now with 8 here, there's also what we call group 2. So group 2 is 65, 72 and 80 here, but this is just the shell of it. So in the beginning here, when we've got 1, 2 and 3 here, 10, 20 and 30, 1, 2 and 3, I call that group 1. This is the midpoint of 50 here, and then group 2. So I break 100 points down into 3 sections: the beginning, the middle and the end. So in the beginning here, the idea of once we've got support on a major level is to actually build in on the major level, then on 10, on 20, on 30. Now on top of number 3 here, the 30 in this case, is that if we get tested support here, not trading above it like it is now is not support. It has to go above it, come back and check it, find support and then make a new high. It's what we call the classic trading levels pattern. Now if we get support on this level here, on top of the 3 here, then the market it separates from the closest largest number and starts to look up to the next larger number, the 50 here. So getting support here is really critical to getting up to the 50 at that point. So it's really good to understand the power of that, of number 3 here. So that's what you'd be looking for. The more tested support you can find on that 30 there, then the safer the next journey to the upside. Let's go into the hourly chart and check this out here. So also in this instance too, it appears that we're in a nice structure. So if this is wave 4 here, we've counted 5 waves up here for 1 and 2 here, and then from 2 here we're going up to 3 here. So let me just pluck that out of the mess there. So wave 3, between 2 and 3 here we're looking for 5 waves. 1 and 2 in green, 3 in green, 4 in green, and then 5 in green here. That doesn't need to be there. That needs to be there. So obviously I was talking about support here last week, finding it on here, and we do have a little tested support on here so far. We also look to go long on this tested support here at 20 here. So I've moved the stop up. It was down here somewhere, so we've moved the stop up to here. Now I want to get past this here, so if we get fifth, we go back a step, sorry about that. So from 1 and 2 here, from 2 to 3 here, we're also looking for 5 waves. So I'm looking at this as wave 1 here and 2 here and 3 here and 4 here and 5 here. So it's likely that this will push up a little bit higher in here and then it can fold back in here.
Thanks for putting up with me.
Oops, not very good drawing. But that also cutting a line through here, taking this second high off here, wherever it comes in on here. But in this case, even simply buying the pullback here would be okay as well. The pullback would be a 38.2% retracement level in an ABC correction. So once that top is in play there, you can just grab these lows here and look for that 38.2% retracement level, which looks like it's coming in much closer to this one here. We're just there, so that's fine. That's all good. So yeah, so entering, once that occurs, copy that. You could enter once it finds support over here, and also support coming on this level here as well for that. So I don't want to put the stop in up close here because we want to survive the green wave 4 here. We want to survive this, and then we want to move up in, up in through here and continue to the upside here. And remember that if we get support on 30 here, we may have it already. It may have just gone through the top here and we'll just keep continuing up here. But I think we'll get that wave 4, and it's nice if we do. It gives a chance to get back in here. You could buy here, but you'll still need to leave the stop out of the way. We need to survive this wave 4 here and then continue to build in. If you're going to want to take profit or whatever, well then you'd count 5 waves between this low here and this structure here. And I can see that we've got 1 and 2 in here so far. So we've got 3 here, there'll be 4, and then there'll be 5 coming in roughly around the 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 7 sort of area there for that. May even be a tad higher. But we're just going for the longer haul here in all of this, because we want to be, we want to be way up here with all of this. So we'll just continue to build in. So if you're trading CFDs, that's one thing. If you're just trading stock, well, that's a completely other thing. Of course, the numbers are the same when it comes to the risk management and other aspects, but with CFDs you'll be paying overnight financing every day at a higher price. As the market moves up, you'll be calculated on that higher price. So really that overnight financing is compound interest, so you need to be careful about how long you actually hold something in CFDs. Rightio, so that's pretty good for that. Let's move on to, that was Apple, so let's move on to Facebook. I'll just save this first in case sort of got some notes for next time. And we'll look at Facebook next. So let's just go back to the bigger picture here for the hourly chart. I'm tracking 2 counts here. One of them is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 1, back for wave 2. Another one is tracking this blue wave 1 here. If I could just grab that, would be down here for this. So there's a few things I've still got to sort out with all of this, and I should have had them sorted out, but I just really short for time. I just haven't got time to do everything, and there's still other stuff on my lists to get through. So I'm kind of moving forward with TradingLounge, but I'm doing a lot of other things in the background that need to be attended to. So let's go in and have a look. So there's 2 counts basically, but this is one count, this is the other count, but at the same time they both finish at the wave 4 here, which is kind of handy. So in this instance here, in both cases, we're working a wave 4 off here. We were here last week, and obviously Facebook hasn't moved, but one of the things here is that you know, out of a sideways movement, we normally get a quick movement out of that because it's normally a accumulation process, and let's just hope it's to the upside. Because normally, how I see things is that if a market moves up and goes sideways, that's actually a strong pattern, really, because it's just accumulating, going so like a weaker pattern would be pulling back here as such. But if a market moves up and goes sideways, then it'll go up. If a market comes down and moves sideways, well, then it will go down. They're just continuation patterns. But we are getting some impulse structures off here. And also, once again here too, this is the major trading level here. And then we've got 1, 2, and 3 again. So we're just sitting on group 1 here. And let's go and have a closer look, because last week we looked at going long here, but we didn't get triggered in. So we were looking to go long off this one here, I think, or even this next one down here as well, but we didn't get clicked in, so we're going to go on top of this one here now. Okay, so just that's there. Get closer, get a nice clean break of that. So from here we can look at this as wave 1 and 2 here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1, ABC for 2. So this is corrective here. So we should be making a new high above this level here. This also appears to be impulsive, moving up here as well for that. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So if we get Facebook's in a bit of a quandary at the moment with the with tweeting Trump situation. So we should see this pop up here. That's what we're looking for. And if that's the case, a nice clean sort of nice break of these highs here, then we can move that stop up, just keep it out of the way here for the time being. We could also look to add here as well, because in this case we're looking for a move to come up to the 250 area. And because it's been going sideways, it might pop quite quickly, so just be mindful of that. And we also want to be able to look to add onto top of this as well. So we'll look to add on top of the 5 there, so I'll just put that close there to the 5. So once 5 gets support, we can look to add to that, and then we'll look to take profit at the medium level here, 250 here in that instance.
But you would have kept your stop under the level here, no doubt. But in this pattern here,
so that's all pretty simple, but the wave structure for that to the upside is this. We've got wave 1 here and 2 here, and then 1 and 2, and from 2 we're going up to 3 and 4 and 5, the 3rd and 4th and 5th here. So we're looking at the 3rd of the 3rd, the 3rd of the 3rd of the 3rd. So that's why I'm thinking we should scoot along here quite quickly for this, but we'll see how the cookie crumbles with this. I mean, if this, on the flip side, if this low gets taken out here, this low here, then it's going to be a bit bearish at that point there. And you could also look to add on this low here.
So when we hit 6,000, you know.
Yeah, just wait for a nice clean break of those highs there. That's what it will boil down to. We've got that already, I think, in there.
The count here, I can say that.
Yeah, so we should be okay at that point.
Wave 1 here, little ABC for wave 2 here.
So I'll leave that at that, and Amazon.
1 and 2 here, and then 3 and 4 here, but it's not counting very well with that. We've got wave 4 overlapping wave 1 here. So
Let's go to the daily chart here for a moment. So it's kind of like the other ones, really. So we're just counting to the upside here, and we expect this to move up further here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then moving up into wave 5 here for 1 and a pullback for 2 at this stage. In a nutshell, we're looking for the classic trading levels pattern sitting in amongst all of this, so coming across that 2,500, which is a medium level. So using the power of 10 again, we've got 1,000, 2,000 major trading levels, and 3,000, 5,000, 8,000, and the medium level will be halfway between. So in this instance here, we can copy this and put that there for the 3,000. They're major levels, and then the medium level is just halfway in between. And this one here is 1,650, and 15. There's got two medium levels here, which I won't explain at the moment, but 1650 and 1500 is medium levels. It's got to do with the number 13 in the Fibonacci sequence, 8, 13. So here we're looking across the level here. If I can just move this here and draw this out. The pattern that we're looking for in a nutshell is the arrival, the reaction, which we've got that here, and then we're looking for the first high above the level to finish off, and then we're looking for an A and a B and a C wave here. And this pattern here is the classic trading levels pattern looks like this. So we've got this, we've got that, we're about here at the moment. So we want to finish that off, and then we'll see that ABC correction, and we can probably tradable these things, but this is what we're looking for to go long again over here, but we'll be able to, because of the size of it, we'll be able to work this low here. I think that's pretty much how it's going to happen. The variation on this, which is also possible, but I doubt it, where it doesn't come below the level. So we'd be expecting some sort of pullback below the 2,500 level at that stage. So, but anyway, I'll show that anyway. So between wave 4 and wave 5, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for 5 waves within that sequence. So let's go in and have a look at that. I just got to put a few things back in place here. I've got a few screens. Always nice to work. Once you've got a few screens, you never go back to one screen again. Next one down, the 4-hour chart. So pick it up from this wave 4 here. We're going to look at this as wave 1 here and wave 2 here, because we've made a new high here. That's confirmed that we're going to be going higher now. So in that instance, we'll be looking from wave 4 to wave 5. We're looking for 5 waves of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for the 5th, of possibly 1 here for that. And then we'll look for the ABC for wave 2 here. And so our job now is that I know that the market, we're going to find 2,500 a bit sticky, so until it tests it a few times for support and makes new highs, then it's going to, the lift off might take a little bit. But we're going to go straight from the 4-hour chart to the 100 ticks and pick it up at that wave 4 here. So in that instance here, we've got wave 1, nice sharp ABC for wave 2 coming back into our retracement level area here, and now we're looking for the upside here. There's different ways to get targets. I'd sort of take a bit of a cheating sheet here, and I look at it this way, looking at 100, getting the length of that plus 61.8%. That's always, it's not my first target, but it's a reasonable target to look at to start with. So within that, we can move these guys over here further. So from wave 4 down here to wave 5 up here in orange, we're looking for 5 waves of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. In wave 2 to wave 3 here in blue, we're looking for 5 waves of 1 and 2 here, and 3 and 4 and 5 here. In between 2 and 3 here, we're looking for 5 waves as well. So we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for 1 and 2. So we're heading up for the 3rd wave, 4th wave and 5th wave for the 3rd, back for the 4th and up for the 5th. That's why on the 4-hour chart we were looking to go long through here. So and keeping the stop out of the way down here for the time being, and look to climb higher. The medium level here, there's a few things I need to talk about with the levels. The levels here from the medium level, the next level, when we go 1, 2, 3, 5 here, 500, then we go to 800. But that's what a drop down a level called a minor level, and then from the minor level we've got number 8 here. We've got what we call group 2, which is 65 and 72 in here, which will be 720. Get it there, and I always put it in orange because I like a little splash of red, so to speak. So this is kind of the next level here. Now, it's not the only thing that's important here. This is important here. This the 600, and also copy the 700 is important. And we'll see the market play out there. But in the bigger picture and the bigger scheme of things, it's this number that's more important than the 600 and the 700. Because it seems to find a balance between these two numbers, and it becomes a balance point, and it's just a perfect place to work trades from. That could be targets, stops, trailing stops, all supports, all sorts of things. Normally support, but building a trade off that. Anyway, from wave 2 here, we're looking up for wave 3. So wave 3 has got to be longer than wave 1 here in that instance. So we can look at this here and move that across to here. So kind of there already really, but just shooting the breeze a bit. But we should be seeing this move a bit higher still here. And wave 4, we don't want to see wave 4 touching the bottom of wave 1 again, so we can lift them up here, and then this one up here, probably to our 600 area here, this kind of thing here. So we're in a trend. I'm going to leave it at that. Appreciate the support, and thanks for tuning in. Thank you very much.